there's a level 1.
Alright, I am a little bit behind, it seems like, but, well. Thanks to the YouTube magic, I will be able to watch this trailer anyway, from the very beginning, so that's what I'm gonna do. Hi, you all. Okay. Yo, hi. Alright. I think without further ado, let's just watch it. Alright. 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Nightreign trailer, the new one.
Peggy 16.
That's kinda loud, but... Okay.
Elden Ring Nightreign is a co-op survival action game where you navigate a vast and dangerous field with other players. You must become one of the Nightfarers, fighting through the endless night and taking on scores of vicious foes over the span of 3 days. Once a country that thrived thanks to the power of gods, Limveld is now nearing its end, gradually being eroded by the night that has saturated the land. You will be
Typical
deployed to Limveld to hunt
for
the
the Souls
Nightfalls
games.
as a level 1 character. In your current state, you won't stand a chance against that type of overwhelming power. You must gain the strength to survive by moving swiftly and skillfully. It's up to you to choose your route within the limited time you have before night falls. You can choose to hunt enemies and level up. Search for treasures, weapons, and items. Infiltrate bases guarded by soldiers to gather information from hidden operational maps. Or challenge powerful enemies, wandering the land and lurking in heavily infested fortresses to obtain equally powerful rewards.
These shots are so pretty, by the way.
Whether you choose to move together or divide and conquer, your character's skills, playstyle, and traits should guide your priorities. The layout of Limveld will change each time you visit. With every expedition, bases, types of enemies, chest rewards, and other features of the field will fluctuate. Sometimes your exploration may be interrupted by enemy ambushes, or you may encounter unpredictable events, like sudden meteor strikes.
Oh! Oh!
Even more dramatic changes can also appear, like erupting volcanic craters bubbling with lava, or dark forests shrouded with corruption that rots anyone who dares explore it. In this constantly shifting world, you will face new choices as the battlefield evolves with each expedition. Evaluate every situation, use your skills to fight back, and survive through the night. As darkness blankets Limveld, the night's tide will begin to cover the field, narrowing your range of traversal. And as night falls, you will be driven towards an unavoidable confrontation. A
Dude,
harsh battle ensues.
the
as
Dark
various
Souls 2
powerful
boss.
enemies arrive. Some of your allies may fall before their mighty attacks, but this isn't the end. Critically injured allies can rejoin the fight if you attack them using your skills and weapons. You can also rescue them from afar, using tools like bows or magic. These battles are tough, but don't give up. Use all the powers you have gathered in Limveld to survive and overcome. Eight Nightfarers assembled to defeat the Night Lord. Each Nightfarer possesses different weapons.
8,
and
whereas
unique
7 on the
passive
screen.
abilities, skills, and ultimate arts. Wilder, a knight proficient in a wide range of melee weapons. Can throw grappling hooks to pull enemies, or swiftly close distances. He can also launch explosive iron spikes that deal a powerful blow to any enemy. Guardian, a warrior equipped with a massive shield, excels in defense. Their skill, Whirlwind, can lift enemies off their feet and deflect arrows. Their art, Wings of Salvation, repels approaching enemies and deploys a magic circle to save allies from dire situations.
Well, that one we know.
Iron Eye, an archer who never misses a foe's weakness, controls enemies from a distance. His marking skill injures and pressures the enemy, greatly disrupting their poise and creating openings to exploit. His art, Single Shot, fires a supersonic arrow that pierces through every enemy and obstacle, ensuring no escape. Duchess, a virtuous thief with quick reflexes, uses her cunning to confuse enemies. After attacking, she can use the skill Restage to reenact what just happened and deal damage again. Her art, Finale, hides her and nearby allies from the enemy's view, giving them a chance to adjust their positions or create an ambush. Raider, a seafarer who is resilient and unyielding in battle, doesn't flinch at minor attacks.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go back here.
His skill.
Wait. What was
He
that?
is resilient and unyielding in battle.
Ah, okay. I thought like he had like deflect mechanic, but he just tanked it. Lol.
Doesn't flinch at minor attacks and rampages through enemies. His skill, Retaliate, strikes back with a powerful blow that cannot be interrupted by enemy attacks. His art, Totem Stellar, summons a colossal gravestone that serves as an attack to dispel enemies, acts as a wall to block projectiles, and amplifies the strength of allies through its protective aura. Recluse, a wielder of ancient magic, collects the elemental attributes attached to enemies and allies to produce different types of powerful magic, such as lightning-based or fire-based spells. Her art, Soul Blood Song, can also brand foes with an archaic glyph of blood that allows allies to recover health and magic by attacking them. By mastering the style, skill, and ultimate arts of these Nightfarers, you may be able to survive and defeat the Night.
Oh my god. Why you didn't explain all the characters? Why you didn't say Unable Executioner? Also look at her. Internet goes crazy about this character in particular. Another doll. Like, the amount of details that you have, like, is actually pretty insane. Is that Sarisa? Yeah, almost.
The Night.
Alright.
The Hidden Round Table Hold serves as a base for Nightfarers preparing for battle in Limveld. Relics recovered from expeditions can enhance your abilities when equipped before deployment. Relics have a diverse assortment of effects, ranging from increasing stats to altering the performance of skills. Different relic combinations can alter your gameplay experience, so try out different approaches and see what suits you best for the journey ahead. In a corner of the back room, a small jar merchant operates a bazaar selling various goods. Once you accumulate the currency Merc, earned
It wasn't in the network test.
as battle rewards, it might be worth checking what's on sale. Using the fitting mirror, you can unlock new costumes with Merc, and change your appearance.
I told you so. It's actually... Never mind. Wait, they differ and quite a lot. Like this one differs? Holy shit. What? Show me the other one.
You can
Huh.
unlock new costumes with merch.
Okay. I have expected them to just like recolor shit, but for example here, like the entire model of the character looks differently.
And change your appearance.
That's actually great.
These outfits allow you to change your Nightfarer's style to suit your tastes. Some costumes might...
Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, holy fuck, let's go.
even look familiar.
Will... Bro, we got the sun, bro, we got the guy from Bloodborne too. Holy shit, this is crazy. That's actually so cool.
As you battle against the night, fragments of your lost memories may return, giving you glimpses of who you once were. By recovering these fragments of lost memory, you can fill in the blanks of your Nightfarer's blurred recollections.
Wait, what?
Fragments of lost
Why there is this? Why there is this? Look, there is like a cat. That's supposed to represent
By
something?
recovering these fragments of lost memory, you can fill in the blanks of your Nightfarer's
Nah, it
blurred
doesn't seem like
recollections.
just
In these memories,
she did anything.
conversations with other Nightfarers or residents of the Round Table Hold might reveal new objectives. Achieving these goals during adventures in Limveld will help unravel the past, revealing each Nightfarer's origins and purposes.
Bruh, you guys, like... lore heads are going to get their lore, apparently. And also in quite interesting interactive way.
See why they have come together at this Round Table Hold, and why they fight. The Night Lords are the ultimate threat, waiting for players on the third day in Limveld. The Nightfarers are the only warriors remaining who can stop them and save this land from total obliteration. Battling a Night Lord, a being that boasts overwhelming attack power and toughness, will be more challenging than anything faced in Limveld. However, there are ways to resist this threat. By carefully navigating Limveld, acquiring more powerful tools and weapons with attributes effective against each Night Lord, discovering relics, and growing as a fighter through experience and observation, victory against the Night Lord will be within reach. Set forth on this thrilling and fast-paced adventure, filled with danger and achievement. Dare to stand together against the fall of night.
Wow. I am actually impressed, not by the game itself, but the most like quality of the trailer itself. Like, you know, like the presentation like was made so incredibly well. Although I have a feeling that lady that was speaking throughout the entire thing, she was a little bit too quiet in comparison to like the, you know, the other sounds in the trailer. Like, I have a feeling like her voice should be dominant. She would be like, she should be actually more hearable, but she really wasn't. Like, the volume of her voice was on par with everything else, but dude, holy shit. On this screen, we still don't have the summoner class.
to defeat the Night Lord. Each night.
But yeah. I think we're gonna focus mostly on the characters, but there was also a part 4, yeah? Dude, this character over here. She actually, let me see, real quick. Elden Ring on X. Let me. Dude, people went crazy over this art. It's like, it's essentially this character, yeah? And like, people went absolutely freaking crazy. Like, people loved the design. People were like talking about the details, about the fact like it is actually a doll, yeah? Quote retweets? No, we don't want to quote retweet ourselves. I want to see quote retweets. I'm not sure how you do that. Well, I think no matter. Of view quotes. I think people made like a screenshots of like details in particular of things, and it's actually pretty crazy. Not seeing enough people point out hand on the mirror matching her own doll hand, maybe referring to the revenants in game. Right, Lule. So like maybe that's a doll that will be summoning other dolls. I mean, it's almost certain it's going to be actually a summoner class. Yeah, it's necromancer if you prefer. Oh, here you go. But yeah, hella pretty, that's for sure. In game, she doesn't look, of course, that good, yeah? It's from Software's engine, but it's still like looking pretty decent, though, yeah? But the things about Roundtable hold, so like in the network test. Wait, what is this shot? What the fuck? Okay, this is a part of the roundtable hold that I think there was no in network test. Yeah, this. Yeah, okay, I see. So this is like the spot where you can jump off to get the Counterstonk in the original game. But if I recall correctly, we didn't. Yeah, we for sure didn't have access there. So yeah, that's interesting.
Additions can enhance your abilities when equipped before deployment. Relics have a diverse assortment of effects, ranging from increasing stats to altering the performance of skills. Different relic combinations can alter your gameplay experience, so try out different approaches and see what...
Okay, look, like for example, this guy is healing another player, yeah? It's basically an effect of Estus Flask from Dark Souls 1 when you're in the co-op. But only her though. No, okay, both, never mind. Just like the guy is super chunky.
Try out different approaches and see what suits you best for the journey ahead. In a corner of
this one, I am very interested in this one. So on the top you have like goblets that actually enable new relic right for particular characters because you have 8 of them. You can buy yourself the gestures,
a small jar merchant,
and at the end here, at the very bottom, you have A scenic flatstone yet to be polished. Purchases to reveal its precious gift.
Operates a bazaar selling various goods.
Aha, and that's just gacha.
Once you
Okay.
accumulate the currency merc, earned as battle rewards, it might
This is actually so cool. Dude, like, man, come on. It's so fucking funny. Like, it's gonna be a game that's just gonna be focused on the gameplay loop, and it's going to be way more chill than anything else. And I think that's hella cute.
I heard gacha, and I'm still so angry after yesterday that you need to explain yourself. What gacha?
Okay, darling. So, look, here you have a shop. Yeah, and on the top you have the relic rights, which I assume you see like here are like the color.
Oh no, it's a gacha.
No. That one just allows you to change the slots order for the relics. But gacha is below,
small jar merchant.
because here you have scenic flatstone. When you're gonna buy it, you choose how many you buy,
It's a bazaar selling
and upon buying, the relics pop.
Fucking gacha! Seriously, you got infected from soft? Fuck you!
I mean, this is gacha for the in-game currency. You cannot get this like currency by like buying
Okay.
the.
Oh, what's the pity?
That's a very good question.
Once you accumulate the currency merc, earned as battle rewards, it might be worth checking what's on sale. Using the fitting mirror,
No to weź kochanie. But like skins, I am really interested in these ones. I wonder how far they are going to go with them.
you can unlock new
But like I am, and also From Software technically doesn't have. Okay, so the poise system, and poise does exist in this game. The poise system is tied to the armor sets. Like you cannot just assign a certain amount of poise to the character unless they changed it. But looking at vast majority of the gameplay loop that we have in the game, it doesn't seem like it is the case.
new costumes with
So I wonder if we are going to end up with a situation where particular armors here going to have different stats, even though it's supposed to be technically cosmetic only, yeah? But I'm actually very surprised how far they went with it, because like
Pretty.
these characters actually looking differently. Like, you know, it's this boy for one, yeah? He is looking like very different as the player, as the character model on its own. So I have expected them that the armor's just gonna look like a little bit differently, gonna be like recolored or whatever. But no,
Change your
they actually went way further beyond that end. Yeah.
There was also when they presented the strength character with giant axe, they said he had a skill with like omega hyper armor, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I know. I'm sorry.
But I have to say it on the live stream. But yeah, Faram said it's for Wilder. Like this is actually, and that's actually, I wonder like if they are going to dude, you know what? I just realized they are going to port it to the actual Elden Ring, at least in form of the mods. Yep.
Done, bro.
But yeah, like, so this is actually the thing, yeah? That's what I actually wonder about. These are completely different armor sets, yeah? So I'm actually really curious if this set's going to have different poise values. Assuming that poise is still attached to the armor pieces.
Lost memories may return, giving you glimpses of who you once were. By recovering these fragments of lost memory, you can fill in the blanks of your Nightfarer's blurred recollections. In these memories, conversations with other Nightfarers or residents of the Round Table Hold might reveal new objectives. Achieving these goals during adventures in Limveld will help unravel the past, revealing each Nightfarer's origins and purposes.
This is actually very cool. The fact like you actually going to have a quest lines based on kind of a lore, yeah, and it's gonna be revealing more about the game presented. And on top of that, it's probably it's still going to be kind of in the way that so like you are going to have actual in-game rewards, yeah, like for finishing these quests. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the case. Maybe relics, maybe something else.
See why they have come together at this Round Table Hold, and why they fight.
And when it comes to the Night Lords, look at that. Night Lords are kinda, holy shit, this is actually one. So, people were talking at the release of the very first trailer that this guy might be a character, yeah? But it seems like this is actually just a boss, yeah? That being said, if you're going to notice something in particular, every single boss arena that we have here is just huge ass empty space, yeah? It follows the same pattern, it just has different skybox background, and yeah. So every Night Lord apparently going, like, from the technical point of view, going to be faced on the same area. Like, this is, as far as I understand, this is not Night Lord. This is just like an area in the game. Although what's interesting is, check this out. Here on the left side, we see, well, you don't anymore. Here on the left side, there is a fog gate. And I don't remember having any fog gates in the network test, so I wonder why like, how does that work? But yeah. Anything else we got here? Actually, you know what? Let me refresh this entire thing. Okay, now it's in the form of the video. Very nice. Ten minutes. A zrobiłaś mi też? Lule.
Limveld is now nearing its end, gradually being eroded by the night that has saturated the land.
Thing is though, we haven't got any information about. Okay, I have no idea what is that. These spheres weren't in the network test.
As the battlefield evolves with each expedition,
Okay.
evaluate every situation.
Alright.
Use your skills to fight back and survive.
Okay, I think these spheres, it might be just something related to the Astel, yeah?
Evaluate every situation. Use your skills to fight back and survive through the night. Limveld. the Night's Tide will begin to cover the field, narrowing your range of traversal. Attacks, but this battles are and unique passive ability or massive shield repels approaching enemies.
Let's actually, okay, yapping. Here is a funny animation of the backstab though, like with the arrow. That was already in the network test. Like, characters could have just done that. But not many people knew about it because no one frankly tried. Like, there was really not much of the incentive to use regular bow besides the great bows, yeah? Okay, Recluse. And unfortunately, so here we have the Rider, yeah? And Rider seems to be just a character that, well, just trades, honestly. Holy shit, these movesets are so slow. Now, so this is a skill, and apparently you have super armor when you're actually using this skill. More like trader. That's actually so funny, dude. This is annulled. And I mean, you can keep on going with the plunge attacks infinitely. You see, like this, or as long as the pillar is there. Because when they jumped off, the pillar didn't disappear. So question is for how long this pillar actually stays there. And you know, like the plunge R2 is basically an instant fully charged attack. So it's honestly going to deal absurd amount of the poise damage. Then we got these two characters. We have seen, this is Executioner. And she is... Like, we have seen this sequence already in the past. That being said, and this is like a summoner class. And did they name her? Let me see. No. It doesn't seem like she's named at all. But yeah, like this is definitely a summoner class. So I think at the beginning of the trailer we have seen one more shot of Executioner though. Oh, here you go. Look at that. Kind of unfortunate. So the character is basically blocking here, yeah? Or like deflecting. But the third hit still poise broke. And Executioner actually got staggered, which... So I'm not sure where it is right now. But if I recall correctly, people got the description of the Executioner character skills, and it turned out that her deflect is actually just that. It's a skill. So you just click it, and I assume for a certain period of time, she gets the deflecting ability. So yeah, it makes me Executioner class. What I'm trying to say is that Executioner class is most likely not going to be Sekiro guy. Because you are not going to have the gameplay focused on timingly clicking the block button in order to deflect. Probably not gonna be the case. Executioner is she most likely. So like if you are going to look closely at the character design, where was that? That's not it. Here. Maybe not. I mean, she kind of... Unknown notes what includes the DLC of the Deluxe version. Yes, G. We know. It includes the Season Pass for the DLC that's going to be released in December. Therefore, there is zero information about actual characters from the DLC yet, because they are probably not even completely ready. But yeah. Are you buying for PC or PS? PC, firstly, yeah, for sure. Maybe I'm gonna buy for the PS later on, but I don't think so. Probably PC all the way. Like, PC is the best choice. Methinks. Mostly because of mods. Didn't know it already has DLC? It doesn't. Listen. So Nightreign Steam. You will get on PC. Nice. I mean, I thought like we already had it set earlier. So like Deluxe Edition, yeah? Check this out, gamers. Deluxe Edition, yeah? It has an information here that Deluxe Edition includes Nightreign, the game itself, additional DLC, which includes additional playable characters and bosses, and like digital soundtrack and bullshit. And here you have actually a notation that additional DLC will be available by fourth quarter of 2025. So yeah, it's basically a season pass. You buy by buying the Deluxe Edition, you buy the season pass for the DLC. Farran armor looks nice. It does indeed. You know what's pretty funny? The PC requirements for Nightreign are a little bit higher than Elden Ring. It's kind of counterintuitive considering how, like, you know, like how much smaller the map is. Considering that, like, I don't know, maybe just it's a matter of yeah. Maybe it's somewhat the matter of the fact that they are like thinking about your PC specs that will be required to hold the session of 3 players, yeah? Because yeah, you triple the players' animations technically, which are quite heavy for the PC, like the most heavy, like for the PC technically with. All the cloth physics and so on and so forth. What I'm looking for is description of the abilities of the characters. Alright, let me actually just Google it. Nightreign Executioner abilities. Executioner, Great Axe. Maybe on the Reddit we are going to find anything. Fuck, no, I regret that I haven't saved the screenshot the moment I have seen it. It's probably going to be somewhere in the most popular threads, but how you operate Reddit even? Sort by hot top, okay, top. This month. So those are like character. Oh, other two classes leaked. Ah, this is just that screenshot, dude. Yeah, like technically, they leaked the two classes ahead. Oh, it's gonna be. We are going to have names. Moment, kochanie.
Revenant.
Okay, so her name is Revenant. I didn't know it.
Show me the From Software Games event. We're going to Osaka.
Lule. Alright, so we got the names. It's not executioner. She's called executor, or they are called whatever. This is Revenant, Raider. Okay. Alright. So, I want this. I'm going to put it here. Nic żartuję.
Chat. You know what Steel did yesterday? He was in the bath. He was actually cleaning his body. And he...
Lies. Gamers don't clean.
He called me that, hey honey, come here. So I came here. And I stood there and he asked, can you turn around? So I turned around. So I was facing him sideways.
No, wait, stop.
And then he asked, can you turn around again? So I turned around so he could see my back. And then he said, bend over.
Why are you telling
So I
this?
said, so I bent over. And then he was like, ha ha, ha pussy. Like,
why are you telling them this? You.
it's. We can now vote if this was worse than Please Honey Jump Twice or better.
I don't know if people remember Please Honey Jump Twice meme. Okay, I really, Ah, right. That's why someone in the chat said that, like, the executor is a painter. I see. Well, makes sense. Fuck. I definitely have seen on Twitter, I have seen descriptions of the abilities in the Japanese, but they got translated. And unfortunately, I just don't have these saved. And it seems like there is no information about them here on Reddit. Which fucking sucks. Because, yeah, like, you had explanation of skills. But you know what? Let me see. Elden Ring Nightreign official. Maybe On the official website, there is going to be something. Concepts, movies, of news. Give me moderator. I need to do something. Okay. Thank you. Fuck. No, there is no executor and there is no revenant. Unfortunately. Alto? Executor. What if? Nope. Unfortunately. Maybe they are DLC characters? For sure not. Like in the trailer, they said that those are going to be 8 characters available in the game. Although there is a chance that the Revenant is... that's her name actually? Let me actually check twice. At this point, I'm not sure. Yeah, Revenant. So, there is a chance that Revenant is not unlocked since the very beginning. Since we have only 7 characters here. Or maybe it's just like a... Oh, here you go. Chat was actually covering. But you got the point, yeah? It seems like we actually going to have all of them in the game from the very beginning. Here is the executor, but then we are going to have also the shot of Revenant later, though. That's our body guardian. Oh. And here is a new shot, yeah? We got one more shot earlier in the trailer as well, like of her sitting in the round table hold. Maybe they are exclusive characters that you get during in-person events like the upcoming Michael Zaki Fest. What the fuck? Yeah, hell yeah. Maybe you are going to be able to obtain Revenant by buying a burger in McDonald's during the event. It's gonna be called Night Burger. That's so fucking real. The views on the trailer videos don't give me much hope. What views? What happened? Like, do you have like a bad views on Nightreign trailer? I don't know how it's going on par with. Like, first of all, like, of course, these views are not all of them yet. Compare of the Shadow of the R3. I mean, we are talking here about completely different magnitudes of fucking power of the... I mean, okay, so... Recluse character trailer got 200k. That one, okay, 100k. The initial reveal got half the million. Still not bad, frankly. Okay, 400k. Like, what we have to understand is that Elden Ring on its own, yeah, is a it's actually phenomenon. Here you go. So, like, no matter what From Software is going to release in the future, it's probably not going to be on par with Elden Ring unless we are going to see Elden Ring 2. I mean, if we are looking at whatever we are seeing here on the Bandai Namco's channel, yeah? Like, views-wise, everything like does so much less than anything related to even Nightreign, yeah? And Nightreign is just being carried by the brand of Elden Ring, yeah? Kochanie. I mean, like, Elden Ring 13 million, 11 million for Shadow. Elden Ring gameplay preview 10 million, 8.7 story trailer for Elden Ring. Yeah. I mean, just completely different level of popularity. This is just Bandai Europe, so I mean, like, Bandai Europe like releasing these trailers, though. If we get Elden Ring 2, I will stop my PvE at the first open world segment. Lula. It seems like Elden Ring will be more alive than Nightreign release. Nah, like, it's definitely going to have like 200k concurrent players on the PC at least, probably 300k, which going to be like 1/3 of the peak of Elden Ring, and it's absolutely fine, guys. This is still going to be extremely successful game. It's not going to be Elden Ring level, and that's fine. It is just fine. You guys talking about lap armor, we can actually go to the scans.
Using the fitting mirror, you can unlock new costumes with Merc and change your appearance. These outfits allow you to change your Nightfarer's style to suit your tastes.
Like, I was so sure they are actually going to do so much less, but no. They actually changed quite a lot about the characters within these 3 base outfits. And then you have this.
Costumes might even look familiar.
I'm really curious if it's not going to fuck up the game. Because it seems like they are actually willing to change the characters' looks quite a lot. They certainly added Solaire for the Pog effect. I mean, that's you know, that's what they do with the Nightreign. Nightreign is like the Pog effect on its own. Yeah, they are mixing up all the Souls games so far, taking things from all the Souls games. So you would look at it and be like, whoa, I know this.
You can choose to.
One of the first bosses presented in the trailer, maybe not the first ones, yeah, but one of more noticeable bosses presented here in the trailer is, for example, Freya, yeah? The spider boss fight from Dark Souls 2. And it seems like her moveset is very alike. Like this attack for one. It even has the same speed of turning, by the way, from that what I see. I would be surprised if Nameless King isn't the game at all and was only the trailer to generate hype. What should be Nameless King? Like... Ah, right, there was a Nameless King. But it was looking like he was in the field, so it's probably an invader. It's almost certain that they are in the game, yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't add them Nameless King. When you said Nameless King, I thought about the Demon Souls boss, for whatever reason. The guy in the white outfit. Because that one is not going to be here, because... legal reasons, I assume, yeah? They are not going to use Demon Souls assets, but yeah. Yeah, Alan. But yeah, Nameless King definitely gonna be here. Also remember, guys, like, whatever we see here, yeah, and whatever is in the game at the given moment is not the end of the actual content. By the way, you can apply the grease on the bow. We actually can see it here. Bundle bow crit swap is real, yes. If Duchess is not going to have swimsuit outfit, and people going to rage.
Why would have...
Chloe is asking why would she have one. I have better question. Why wouldn't she have one?
Doesn't swim.
Ah, because she doesn't swim? Since when you use the swimsuits in order to swim?
Exist?
I don't know. I don't know this use of swimsuits. I know only the other one.
What is the other one?
I cannot talk about it on this channel. Did you wait for the Peak Souls 2 remaster? Well, we're gonna have multiplayer remaster very soon in form of the seamless co-op for Dark Souls 2. Seamless slope, honestly, seamless for Dark Souls 2 might actually bring us for the very first time Dark Souls 2 online experience without artificial latency. And maybe like fixed character destings, which I am very curious how it would look like. Because yeah, pretty much every single seamless co-op experience vastly improved the base of multiplayer. And they just give the release already? Well, one more month. For like 30 days, less than 30 days. Maybe no Soul Memory 2? Very good point, Russ. Very good point. I hope they put Desert Sorcerer set for the Witch Girl, Lula. But dude, like, this set is nerfed without Dark Souls 2 parring animation. Dark Souls 2 with the real 3v3s and not solo PvR invasion is gonna be amazing. Yeah, like, it's apparently, I asked Oro to ask Yui about this particular thing, and it seems like, yeah, we are going to have 3v3s. So yeah, it's going to be good. Three threes in what? In Dark Souls 2, because seamless co-op mod is in production for Dark Souls 2. With all the things that we got in the other seamless co-ops. Will you finish seamless co-op for Elden Ring? I have no idea. New Nightreign content, that cap pato, let's see.
Let my hand rest upon you, for but
Lule. It's actually so pretty. Kick W. Dude, that makes me actually wish for the remaster of Dark Souls 2. It's not going to happen though, unfortunately. Although, frankly, looking at the Dark Souls remastered, I think maybe that's for the better. It's not the thing. Dark Souls 2 needs full remake. Yeah, I guess. Considering the fact that they made, like, they actually created completely different brand of the engine, yeah? That at the end of the day people didn't like that much. Like, bringing Dark Souls 2 on par with all the other Souls games in the way how they are played would actually make sense. Still stream at human hours? Dude, I was forced to, yeah? Because of this trailer. Yeah, I supposed to actually go to the family event today. Just spend some time with the family of mine. And I just didn't go because of this trailer. Maybe gonna, I don't know. Shut the fuck up, Angon. Nah, he's spamming L. I'm fucking banning this guy.
No, don't ban Algor.
I'm banning him.
Don't be upset.
I banned him.
No, why? Oh my goodness.
It's bro not gonna be spamming fucking L because I had to do like the job obligations.
Okay, don't be upset. Mods, please unban Angon.
No, don't.
I will do this myself.
Don't do that. Deserved. I fucking missed tasty sausage and this guy gonna be spamming L in the chat.
Oh, it's about sausage, not talking to your dad.
I'm talking to him every day. Of course it's about sausage.
You like sausage?
Go away. Go away right now.
Ban me!
I'm banning you. Thoughts on Fartrain? I'm really happy, honestly, that Nightreign is shaping up like it does. I think Nightreign is just, you know, the game that's not going to take itself very seriously. And it's just like a funny multiplayer experience. But I am the most interested in the mods that are going to be actually made for this game. That's the main interest of mine. I think this game is going to be amazing platform for modders. They want mod adding the Shrek skin, Lule. Actually, I wonder if they are going to implement... we can actually check it. We can check it. Wait. Let's see. Elden Ring Nightreign. Although there might be no information about it, just... Okay, that... Fuck. Kurwa. There is going to be easy anti-cheat implemented. So no Shrek skin. Unfortunately. You play with the mod solo? I mean, like, there's probably going to be seamless co-op for this game too, yeah? Running bypass just for the TT mods? Hell yeah. If From Software is not going to give me swimsuit duchess, I'm going to make it myself. Easy. How many main bosses will there be? By main bosses you mean Night Lords? 8. It was announced a long time ago. Can't play without any Gunnar Marika skin? Understandable, my dude. Reddit will cancel you for horny? Dude, Reddit is horny themselves. Oh, hi Angon. What's up, dude? Claymore gonna get commissioned for bikini suit duchess with Lilbro head on it. Okay. I am sending the commission as we speak. Is there any DLC for Nightreign coming in the future? Yes, on the December. Or November of this year, there is going to be the DLC with the new bosses, like Night Lords, and new characters. I have no idea if there's going to be any other changes. That's what they announced. Small reminder, 7 classes on the release. Where you got that information from? Why 7? Why not 8? Like, technically on this screen you have 7 classes, yeah? But lady in the trailer in that exact moment mentions 8.
8 Nightfarers assembled to defeat the Night Lord.
8 Nightfarers assembled. On top of that, here we actually can see all 8 of them, which 8th one that is not seen here is actually Revenant, yeah? Maybe Revenant is going to come with the patch though. Like there is a chance that's going to be the case. Who knows?
Why?
But why? I have no idea.
This is different.
Like maybe they want to build up the hype. Yeah, maybe they actually want to go with a little bit of the post-release hype-ish road. So like people. Why? What you mean it doesn't make sense at all? Increasing the lifespan of the multiplayer game doesn't make sense at all.
Don't advertise 8 classes if you're gonna give me 7.
Oh. Is the colossal weapon class guy good? Honestly, it all depends on the stats increase, because in this game the attributes of the characters, like, they are being increased automatically with the level ups, yeah? So that's why, for example, like when you when you play as the Guardian, your HP gain is much better than other classes, yeah? Wilder seems to have like more balanced increase of the stats, with dexterity and strength being upped with every level up and so on and so forth. So there is like the certain amount of the attributes that's probably fixed that every character in the game like receives per level up. Which means if this guy, Ryder, yeah, is going to get a decent stat spread, then there is a chance that they are going to be great with particular weapons. This wolf that we see here has the super armor, for one, yeah? But you are going to tank the hit in the process. It's going to be, considering the fact that Nightreign, at least in the network test, didn't use the newest solution from the Elden Ring, so like it doesn't have the regulations of the Elden Ring, which also means that during the hyper armor, you are probably not receiving any sort of the mitigations of the incoming damage. Then honestly, this class might be very fucking ass. It probably is not going to be very good. Like, it is very slow ability, as you can see, yeah? You are going to trade here unless you are going to utilize it in some sort of the very optimal way for, I don't know, poise breaking. But if it's going to be worth it, well, we don't really know. But yeah, viability of the characters, if you are gonna make like a, let's say, meta-oriented tier list, it is without a doubt going to be all about the stat spreads of the characters, because Every character is available here in the game. Like, for example, let's say Recluse, yeah? Recluse is a mage, but every character in this game can actually utilize magic on its own. Like, you can actually be Duchess and use catalysts and PP with the spells. There is no minimal requirements for any tools available in the game. So, if, for example, this character, Executor, yeah, going to have very good faith scaling, it might turn out that she's going to be the best incantations user in the game. Even though, you know, it's technically so-called Sekiro guy, yeah? Why is everyone saying this game is gonna die in a week? A scale proportion. So, like, people compare it to Elden Ring since it has Elden Ring attached to its name, yeah? Because of that, the expectations is it's going to be a huge hit. But numbers on the trailers and everything rather suggests it's going to be way less of a popular game than Nightreign was. It's probably like on the peak, at least on the Steam. The ratio of the popularity is going to be 3 times lower at the very least. It's just like kind of blind assumption, like kind of educated guess. Maybe even less. Like, this game is gonna be pretty big hit among roguelike players. I know for sure I'm gonna play shit tons of it. Like, concept of the game itself is very interesting to me. If only PvP mode is included in this game. I mean, there is going to be a mod. That's for sure, but it's... This mod is probably... like, I mean, like, PvP by design, how, like, the... you know, abilities oriented the game is... PvP is not going to be good. I highly doubt it's going to be good. Here's the thing, Dead Cells and Hades are good games. Yeah, but they are also... one of them is essentially 2D oriented, another one is isometric oriented. So even though, like, you know, let's say that Nightreign objectively going to be a worse game overall, worse roguelike overall, it's still going to have niche on its own. Yeah, those 20 guys are going to love this game. I mean... Did you beat Oblivion? No, not yet, but we are getting there. Like, you know, roguelikes are popular. Hades, like on the peaks, as you can see, like Hades 2, it's only early access, 100k, yeah? 54k on the peak for the Hades, yeah? Well, where it comes like the most popular one, yeah? The Binding of Isaac, yeah? Binding, not bidding, Lula. Like Rebirth, for example, currently 25, 26k, yeah? And this is like purely single player game, 70k in the peak.
The lamb, it's old for the roguelike.
Chodź tu. No chodź tu!
Nie!
Chodź tu!
Kurwa! Nie!
Kurwa, tak!
Nie kurwa!
Tak, kurwa.
Nie kurwa!
Kurwa.
Nie kurwa! Nie
Tak. Tak. Alright. Anyway, yeah, like I mean, there is a niche for the roguelike games, yeah. Oh, by the way, like No Rest for the Wicked is at like a 12k peak.
I'm
Within
sick
the
and
last-
tired of early accesses. I want the full game.
Well, early access is the one way of optimizing the costs, frankly, and so like people gonna
Okay.
be going more and more with it.
If a small poor indie studio does early access, is fine.
Oh kurwa.
Oh,
Recent reviews mostly negative. Why?
bad update?
Game was really great before the latest patch. I have poured a fair amount of time into it, in my opinion, but this latest patch dropped an old change they had for bows and really nurtured the way it plays now. Bows were basically dead on arrival and they made a work around it to fix it, but now they are changing it back and just absolutely not worth picking up anymore. Combat feels so much slower and unforgiving compared to before as well. Before you were able to enter the combat they created to each individual weapon, but now literally every enemy interrupt any and all combos because they recover from all of your attacks faster than you can get off the second part of the set combo. The combat has devolved into hitting once and then... Kurwa, this guy is upset because he cannot mash. Like, how... Jesus Christ, I need to play this game on my own because I need to see if these changes are really bad or yet again we are ending up with situation where No Rest for the Wicked devs actually made something skillful.
And people are mad.
Yeah, and people are mad. So like initially when the game released, it had like quite heavy restrictions on the inventory management and people were so fucking upset about it, even though it's like a basic thing in the action RPGs. And okay, another, just tried the Breach patch. The devs are trying to make a Souls-like with a camera pulled way back. Fine aspiration, but this game is that set on wasting your time and making you replay content, waiting for tone upgrades, only able to teleport between the main city and the last portal you visited, grinding wood or food ADC. I swear I have chopped more trees than enemies in this game, lol. More importantly, the combat is not well designed. Attacks in a Souls game need to have a certain level of fairness and these fall short often enough to be annoying. Some enemies can combo as long as you literally run out of stamina and start eating hits. Parry window is so short you might as well not even try for anything faster. Nah, I need to play it on my own. It sounds like that's basically the problem of the No Rest for the Wicked. It is isometric Souls-like that tries to combo two genres, action RPGs in meaning games like Diablo and Souls games. And both these audiences have completely different requirements, expectations. They want completely different things from the game. The guy that plays Diablo is going to be upset that boss has no indicator on the ground of the oncoming attack. I literally remember seeing someone complaining at the release of the No Rest for the Wicked about lack of the indicators on the ground of the oncoming heavy attacks by bosses. I played it for an hour and just absolutely hated how it felt. Yes, it looks like it looks nice based off recent feedback. Looks like they are taking the Path of Exile 2 approach of taking a decent foundation and actively making it worse. Like the guy brings an example of Path of Exile 2 because well, this gamer is most likely just a freaking action RPG head. Let's see, the profile. Actually, it's private. Well, we cannot see shit. Souls games have almost never have indicators for AoE attacks. I think never. Like, that's the point. Like, people that play Souls games rather expect that they have to spend, like, sometimes even hours learning the movesets of the bosses, yeah, to beat them. And action RPG heads are going to have, like, different expectations overall. For example, this guy, his name is Full Panic. Does he have public profile? He does, but he doesn't have public games, unfortunately. I would really love to see what games this guy is playing, because he's complaining, for example, about chopping trees, like more chopped trees than enemies in the game. And I wonder if this guy, for example, comes from like Dark Souls background, like if he's actually a Souls head. Because, you know, for the action RPGs fans, it's probably like collecting stuff is more on par, yeah? For like Diablo-like fans, collecting things, it's more of a regular thing. It's not like that regular of a thing when you are a Souls head, yeah? Has anyone played this new update yet? I will today, probably. I'm very curious. I want to see if it's really as bad as people say, because like the newest update is being like, oh, we hate it. 34% of the reviews is actually negative. 34% of the 1,860 user reviews in the last 30 days are positive. My bad. 34% is positive. So like, yeah, it's very bad. Like, the perception of the update is fucking god awful, apparently. And that's not the first time for this game. Like, on the release, it was literally the same. No Rest for the Wicked had terrible reviews on the release. People fucking hated it. Let me actually see. Oh, here you go. That's the release, yeah? It's much worse right now, yeah? Than it was on the release, though, if you think about it. Because here, that's the release, yeah? More or less balanced amount of the negative reviews with the positive reviews, with positive reviews still winning, yeah? And then this is the last 2 days. Today, dude, there is not even a single fucking positive review for that update. 647 negative reviews. I think Nightreign has a good potential depending on how they handle the relic system. Oh, right, Nightreign. Let's get back to it. Kinda forgot what we are here for. I think there is a reason for people shitting on Path of Exile 2 for being too close to the Souls games. Yeah. Like, Path of Exile in my eyes... Na zdrowie, kochanie. With the way how like bosses are handled, it felt very nice. I think like that's a good direction for someone like me. But like, yeah, I mean... Dude... action RPG fans, people that like Diablo games and so on, like those are retarded heads, like very often. They just want to see the big numbers popping off without like much of the fucking skill involved. Like it's giving them the adrenaline rush to use one spell and kill 100 enemies on the screen. It's just the mash fest enthusiasts. That's why these games are literally called like fucking hack and slashes. So like, it doesn't surprise me even a little bit that opinions are so fucking stupid. This game is very different than Diablo. No rest for the wicked? Yes, I know. And that's why people are upset. That's what I explained. In my eyes, No Rest of the Wicked is actually a very well designed game. No Rest is near to Path of Exile 2, so Diablo fans will hate it with passion. Well, okay, you know what? Let's stop for now with the topic of No Rest for the Wicked. Instead, I'm actually, you know what? Kind of would want to start downloading No Rest for the Wicked now. But maybe it's better to not do that for now. Just, I'm going to initially cover things for YouTube. And then what? Gonna go offline, then gonna go live again later? I'm not sure how to approach it. Because yeah, I definitely want to cover for the purposes of the YouTube all the new characters. The Nightfarers part. It probably would be a good idea to also cover the Roundtable Hold part. But yeah, I really would like. Okay, is there anyone in the chat that maybe have seen, maybe remembers, maybe have the link to translated abilities of Executor? Like the character class that has Sekiro-like ability to deflect. Let me see. It's 3:52 where it starts. So I'm probably gonna give myself like 30 seconds for the intro. Be right back for a second, guys. Just gonna jump to the bathroom real quick.
Hi. What is this? What are we watching? No włączyłam, kurwa, no nie jestem aż taka głupia. Oh, okay, we're watching YouTube. Lava lake. See, we had poison swamps, rot swamps. Now we have we had lava swamp as well in Volcano Manor. Oh, Rain of Stars. See, this is how this spell should look like. What is this? Okay, I think just looking at this sequence, there are way more things involved. Because I remember people complaining that maps in the network tests were too repetitive because we had access to 2 maps and... So? To 2 seeds, okay, 2 seeds, and well, obviously, if somebody played all the sessions, like a certain tryhard I live with, then it looked repetitive, but now I saw some madness shit, now this giant spider, so yeah, obviously all the smartasses who thought the game will be very repetitive and will die in a week can now fuck themselves, I guess.
Jezus, kochanie, kurwa!
What?
Co ty odpierdalasz?
I'm just stating my opinion.
But your opinion is... Darling,
Yeah.
you have few seeds of the map, of the same map.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's going to actually make that huge of the difference. It's going to be just like a part of the map that's going to have somewhat of the different layout.
Yeah, honey, I understand.
But it's still like, once you are going to learn these seeds, it's still going to be repetitive.
Honey, I just want to hate on people who don't like the game, okay? Just
okay.
let me.
No, you shouldn't. Okay. Kochanie, słuchaj.
I need a dinner. I'm not going to the asylum.
Nie idziesz?
Nuh-uh.
Dlaczego?
Because it's too hot outside and I hate sun.
Dobra. Już. Off. Lubisz tam tuk-tuki?
You
Nie.
want pad thai? Hey. Gimme.
Ja mogę zamówić.
Chloe, how did you get so cool? I slept in the refrigerator.
Pierdolę.
You need to go to the asylum for the slap, though. Yeah.
Kochanie, a chcesz tuk-tuka?
Yes.
Weź sobie wybierz. Ale...
Regular pad thai, I
Wiesz
eat.
co, weź wybierz na siebie, a ja zamówię jakiegoś innego fast fooda, że szybciej. Jestem zajebiście głodny. Muszę mieć kurczę energię na zrobienie rzeczy szybciej.
By the way, Revenant walk with her bare feet. Oh, that means that she must have very thick and hard skin on her feet. Okay. I'm giving you Steelovsky back.
Yo, chat. Moment. I'm gonna have to order wood for claw. And then we're gonna start in the sec. What are your initial thoughts, by the way, after the trailer and everything? Like, I'm kind of interested in knowing like what is your actual approach. Because not gonna lie, like I'm personally just I personally am just interested in the fact that that's something else, that's something different. Play the Nightreign test, and I don't think you're gonna play it. You're gonna buy it. Well, somewhat understandable. I would say that the impression given by the Nightreign test, network test, is also kind of poor because, dude, like that shit was locked on 30 FPS. It's kind of fucking ridiculous that you have like such a fast-paced, multiplayer-oriented game, and you ending up just, you know, locking the FPS on 30. It felt so fucking bad. If there is 3 versus 3 PvP mode, that would be nice. I mean, there won't be, and they announced there is no PvP in this game already. Dark, it might be either, yeah? Unless someone is, I don't know, like, I don't know if, for example, Digital Foundry did like a, maybe actually they did, let me see. Digital Foundry Nightreign. Okay, here you go. Quality mode tests. Yeah, it's like it's around 40 FPS on the quality mode. On the frame rate mode, it's actually it is technically around 60, but
like this, every console is just shy of a perfect 60. And much of this comes down to the game's dynamic resolution scaling. Due to the manner in which the game's DRS always attempts to prioritize the highest resolution per frame, 60 FPS is seemingly always kept at arm's length here. It works just like the core Elden Ring experience, and once again, should be so much better optimized for 60.
50, 40.
Sticking with that framerate mode, Limveld's open world pushes each machine much harder. Base PS5 and Series X run at between 45 to 60 FPS on this mode, where again the native res rarely breaks past the 1512p mark on each. Curiously, while a majority of open field play runs at 45 to 60, this final boss encounter does surprisingly play out much closer to the top line. Still, as with the base Elden Ring adventure, it's worth stressing that Series X has an overall advantage over base PS5 due to its wider VRR range. Base PS5's more restrictive 48 to 60Hz VRR range does not cover every drop in a Nightreign campaign, meaning you'll still catch perceptible judder, whereas the 40 to 60Hz VRR range on Series X is much better suited. This advantage even applies to Series S, where the frame rate wavers between 40 to 60 FPS, fitting neatly within that VRR window.
So what he's saying here, by the way, in translation to the human language, PlayStation version actually feels like us. Like, even though your frame rate is like actually around that, like at least 40, it feels fucking terrible. It feels giga jittery.
Between 40 to 60 FPS, fitting neatly within that VRR window. Switching to PS5 Pro meanwhile, the good news is that Pro hardware runs at a much higher 50 to 60 FPS around the Limveld area, which does make VRR more viable even with the more limited range on PS5
It's still
systems.
shit.
In short, a combination of VRR and frame rate mode is the best route forward on current gen machines, though base PS5 users may spot lingering judder as it falls outside the ideal range. This network test gives us a fascinating early sample of what Nightreign has in store. Despite some initial skepticism, it's a genuine surprise to see this blend of ideas pay off in something so addictive. Elden Ring's balance is tweaked to allow for tight PvE mini-adventures, brisker in their pace, and yet benefiting from our familiarity with its...
What is this yap he's talking about? What?
It's a genuine surprise to see this blend of ideas pay off in something so addictive. Elden Ring's balance is tweaked to allow for tight PvE mini-adventures, brisker...
The bounce or...
Elden Ring's balance is tweaked to allow
balance?
for tight PvE mini-adventures.
Bruh! It's
Brisker in there.
It's literally default fucking like a regulation bin of the base Elden Ring games.
Pace, and yet benefiting from our familiarity with its controls and world. As far as its technology goes, the beta also shows, sadly, a familiar lack of optimization for 60 FPS on console right now, just as with the core Elden Ring game.
I don't know.
Coming to PC, of course, but the best case scenario on console, based on what I'm seeing, would have you play it in the frame rate mode, ideally with VRR active. PS5 Pro users also get an often higher resolution image into the bargain using that frame rate mode, arguably making it the best way to play of the four. Again though, it's not long to wait until the May 30th release, and I'm curious to see more options open up in the game's lobby, and also if we might see any technical improvement here. But that's all from me today. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to like or subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell for instant notifications.
Okay, I don't know. I'm kind of like I don't understand why Digital Foundry, like, dude, let's make it clear, this game really feels like shit. Nightreign. Like, the frame rate really feels fucking bad. Like, I don't understand, like, it's I don't know, Digital Foundry being like, oh yeah, it's a little bit bad here and there. No, it's fucking terrible. Like, even though technically, according to like to measurements here, the FPS is around 40, 60, like, you know, in between 40 and 60, yeah? It really feels like 30 or below. It really feels like you would be playing regular Elden Ring on like on PlayStation 4 basically. Like, it feels giga bad. So I absolutely don't understand. It's like Bloodborne. If I recall correctly, I would say that like this game actually feels like Bloodborne. Yo, Cleve, thank you a lot for the sub, gamer. Kind of want to order something real quick, guys, considering that we're gonna spend some time today with each other. I'm gonna go live twice today, like now and after that. I think I'm gonna actually try No Rest for the Wicked, because I want to see why people hate on the game. Order normal food. Probably gonna order fast food, frankly. Oh, wait. Nice looking pizzeria I have here. Maybe just pizza then? Are there Dark Souls skins? Yes. We are going to cover all of it. Just in the sec. Let me actually order something real quick and... yeah. Then we're gonna start with the review of all that bullshittery that we have here. Alright, trailer. Let me actually play it in the background. I'm actually going to give you the audio for a sec.
Once a country that thrived thanks to the power of gods, Limveld is now nearing its end, gradually being eroded by the night that has saturated the land. You will be deployed to Limveld to hunt the Night Lords as a level 1 character. In your current state, you won't stand a chance against that type of overwhelming power. You must gain the strength to survive by moving swiftly and skillfully. It's up to you to choose your route within the limited time you have before night falls. You can choose to hunt enemies and level up. Search for treasures, weapons, and items. Infiltrate bases guarded by soldiers to gather information from hidden operational maps. Or challenge powerful enemies, wandering the land and lurking in heavily infested fortresses to obtain equally powerful rewards. Whether you choose to move together or divide and conquer, your character's skills, playstyle, and traits should guide your priorities. The layout of Limveld will change each time you visit. With every expedition, bases, types of enemies, chest rewards, and other features of the field will fluctuate. Sometimes your exploration may be interrupted by enemy ambushes, or you may encounter unpredictable events, like sudden meteor strikes. Even more dramatic changes can also appear, like erupting volcanic craters bubbling with lava, or dark forests shrouded with corruption that rots anyone who dares explore it. In this constantly shifting world, you will face new choices as the battlefield evolves with each expedition. Evaluate every situation, use your skills to fight back and survive through the night.
Okay, I ordered shit. Literally. Got myself some Korean food. What did you get? Let me see. It's called Yellow KFC Tteokbokki. I think that's how you pronounce it, maybe. And by KFC, it's not KFC. Yes, it's just fried chicken, basically, yeah, with the rice. Korean fried chicken, yes. But yeah, it's a pretty good food. Like they have like great rice and shit, like very tasty. All right. Trailer sucks, not enough fit. Okay. I hear you, man. Okay, let's start recording and 3, 2, and 1. Well, howdy YouTube gamers, welcome. So we got the Nightreign new trailer. It's actually 10 minutes of basically overall game explanations. Yeah, like in this trailer, the announcer actually explained many things, like about the gameplay loop, about the seeds, and what's important the most to me at least. We got a lot of information about characters, and that's what we are actually going to focus on. So I'm going to be actually pausing and stuff, but let's hear about Nightfarers.
8 Nightfarers assembled to defeat the Night Lord.
So 8 Nightfarers, it says here. Although on the screen we could have seen only 7 of them, yeah? Let's actually get back to the screen. You see, like there's only 7 of them, and going from let me actually move it here to the side. Going from the left, yeah, it's Welder, Guardian, Iron Eye. Then this is Duchess. That boy over here is Rider, Recluse, and Executor. And then the one that is missing is Revenant. And we actually got the sneak peek of what Revenant looks like because of this picture over there, and we actually didn't previously. We didn't even know the name. Yeah, here we actually see this is actually Revenant. Yeah, and she's going to be most likely the Summoner class. Actually, let me do something real quick over here. Like, speaking of Revenant, people went absolutely crazy over this picture. Like, this is the first official release of anything related to Revenant, yeah? What is that? Not the same picture, okay. So yeah, people absolutely love the design, people absolutely love the details, and people gonna be definitely gooning for this character. There is an interesting thing that someone in the comments noticed about this particular picture. Check this out, yeah? Like this hand over here, yeah? Which might actually suggest that she is going to be spawning dolls, I guess, because she's actually a doll herself. You can see it by looking at her hands. It's clearly a doll. So yeah, this is essentially a summoner slash necromancer, however you're going to call it, type of class. She's probably gonna be summoning other dolls, and yeah, the gameplay might be quite interesting with this character in particular. And yeah, let's get back to the trailer, I guess. We are going to see what other classes have. to show.
8 Nightfarers assembled to defeat the Night Lord. Each Nightfarer possesses different weapons and unique passive abilities, skills, and ultimate arts. Wilder, a knight proficient in a wide range of melee weapons, can throw grappling hooks to pull enemies or swiftly close distances. He can also launch explosive iron spikes that deal a powerful blow to any enemy.
So it's worth to mention, guys, because yeah, I have played every single network test, so I got quite some experience with Wilder in particular. Actually, I played the most with Wilder. Here's the funny thing about this character overall. So his ability is this, like he can pull enemies to him, or he can actually get himself closer to an enemy by like using the grapple. Grapple unfortunately cannot be used vertically, so like this grapple is kind of limited in its use, and I frankly don't think that it's very good ability overall. That being said, his ultimate ability is pretty insane. We are going to see this pile bunker like ability. A lot of people were incorrectly using this ability during the network test because they were just clicking the ability. You have to hold it. The difference between click and hold is that if you are going to click the ability, then you are going to waste only half of your energy bar, and you are just going to cast it quickly. But the more powerful version is when you hold it, and then you get also iframes upon release. So like, in vast majority of cases, you want to actually hold it to deal more posture damage, deal more overall damage, and also have the iframes.
They deal a powerful blow to any enemy. Guardian, a warrior equipped with a massive shield, excels in defense. Their skill...
This is so fucking... excels in defense. The guy has shitons of the HP, but I don't really think that he excels in defense at all in the actual gameplay. I think he excels in Unga Bunga Bird Up. Like, that's the thing.
Can lift enemies off their feet and
This ability is dog shit, by the way.
deflect arrows. Their art, Wings of Salvation, repels approaching enemies and deploys a magic circle to save allies from dire situations.
So yeah, you can use this ultimate in the practical gameplay to actually pick up your teammates, because you know you are actually picking up your teammates that are fallen by hitting them. So using this ability is going to pretty much instantly pick them up. And on top of that, when you are going to hold your ability, your ultimate, you are in this stance that you see on the screen right here. And this stance essentially gives you infinite iframes. You cannot get hurt when you are holding your ability, which is pretty funny stale mechanic. And on top of that, like the restoration of the ultimate, like like this character overall seems like he has his ultimate more often than other characters. Like maybe less ultimate points is required. But yeah, like this, frankly, in my eyes, Guardian is like essentially a skill bot or ultimate bot. Like you want to use that ability a lot.
Deploys a magic circle.
It deals
Save
like decent
allies
posture
from
damage
dire
too.
Situations. Iron Eye, an archer who never misses a foe's weakness, controls enemies from a distance. His marking skill.
So here is the thing. Iron Eye is a class that wasn't available during the network test. So I personally barely know anything about the guy.
Controls.
But few things we know about overall bow mechanics. So check this out. First of all, like the guy has like a regular string of the attacks with the bows. Similarly to how like you have like a string of attacks of the follow-ups and so on and so forth with regular weapons, yeah? What you see here is just the guy locking onto the guy and actually like hitting them multiple times. This crosshair is basically a new way of aiming that we know from actually Nightreign that wasn't available in the other games at all. And it's probably for the worse, because you are way less mobile with this new way of aiming than you used to be in Elden Ring. You cannot, for example, enable the lock-on in the middle of the air. That being said, dude, look at that. The bow here is actually greased. So yeah, like greasing the bow is actually a way to go. Like you actually can do that. Normally you couldn't do that in any other game.
Weakness. Controls enemies from a distance. His marking skill injures and pressures the enemy, greatly disrupting their poise and creating openings to exploit. His
That's actually pretty cool. So like his passive seems like it is all about just an ability to like mark an enemy, yeah? So Lady here says that you can mark an enemy with this character, so it's probably his passive, yeah? And she says that it decreases the amount of the posture, or like makes it so you essentially deal more posture damage, and that's probably for the entire team. So using the Iron Eye with the other class that, for example, deals shit tons of posture damage is probably pretty goated.
Greatly disrupting their poise and creating openings to exploit. His art single shot fires a super.
Okay, before we're gonna go to the art here, look.
Creating openings to exploit.
Check this out. This is also something we actually seen in the network test. Look at that. This is a backstab. So like now we can actually crit with the bows, and that was actually available in the network test.
To exploit. His art single shot fires a supersonic arrow that pierces through every enemy and obstacle,
And that's an ult.
no escape. Duchess, a virtuous thief with quick reflexes.
She was, dude, this class is just stupid. If you are going to have like a solo challenge runners like doing their things, Duchess is going to be the GOAT. She was available during the network test, and she can double dash. This is what you're seeing here. This dash, yeah, one and second dash. She can combo the dashes, and on top of that, one of the passives that she can get throughout the progression of the game is more iframes, which means it is a light roll character that has the iframes throughout entire duration of the dodge, and on top of that you can combo like dodge into dodge. You can do the double dodge, gaining significant distance, and basically make it so like you just, if you are spamming the dodge, you're just good.
Uses her cunning to confuse enemies. After attacking, she can use the skill Restage to reenact what just happened and deal damage again. Her art Finale hides her and nearby allies from the enemy's view, giving them a chance to adjust their positions or create an ambush.
Honestly, in the practice, this ultimate is being just used in case if your team going to fuck up, so you just cast it, and then you can pick them up for free.
Raider, a seafarer who is resilient and unyielding in battle, doesn't flinch at minor attacks.
Doesn't flinch on minor attacks. And I wonder if that just like means that, oh, he has a lot of the passive poise. It might be the case, frankly. Like, it's we didn't play with this character. This character wasn't available in the network test. So yeah, there is not much we know, but we got plenty of explanations of his skills, so I'm going to talk about it a little bit in the sec.
Who is resilient and unyielding in battle, doesn't flinch at minor attacks, and rampages through enemies. His skill Retaliate strikes back with a powerful blow. It cannot be interrupted by enemy attacks.
I want to notice two things about this one. Check this out. So, first of all, we have practically the same animation, but this one over here, this is his skill, yeah? He actually just got hit by the guy, didn't flinch at all, hit him back. Okay, cool. And here we have the same, but he has some sort of aura on him. And then upon the hit, you have the AoE effect. So there is apparently some sort of the way of altering the skill. And looking by the duration of this attack, it seems like as if like it's basically about the same. So there must be like some sort of the minigame related to this character that's going to make the difference between stronger and weaker version of the ability. On top of that, from the descriptions of the moves, it seems like we got some sort of super armor onto this attack. You cannot be staggered at all. And here is one problem with this character. So depending if From Software is going to do something about this character at all, or about like the regulations of the balance of the game. So in the network test, From Software used the base Elden Ring balance patch, which means that, you know, like right now Elden Ring has a lot of very cool changes related to, for example, R2 attacks of the weapons that are way faster than the one that we had in the on the initial release of Elden Ring. And we don't have that in the Nightreign. If they are not going to bring these patch changes, it also means that hyper armor is not going to be giving you the additional defenses like it does in Elden Ring. In Elden Ring, when, for example, you use the colossal weapon, colossal sword for one, you are not only getting the hyper armor, but when you're getting hit in the hyper armor frames, you are receiving 17% of the negations, which is very fucking good. And character like this would benefit a lot out of this type of mitigations. So like if they are not going to bring these changes to the Nightreign, this class gonna be, well, probably pretty bad, frankly, because you are going to have that super armor of yours. This move is relatively slow. I'm not sure if it can be actually effectively utilized in order to just poise break your enemy. Maybe it is, but like, since the move is so slow, if you are not going to get any sort of the additional mitigations on this move, and this is just hyper armor, but you're receiving full damage, then yeah, it's especially on the multi-hits, if an enemy is going to multi-hit on you, you probably can just die in the hyper armor and that's it. So yeah, it's like viability of this class is going to depend a lot if they are going to actually bring the regulations changes, the balance patches from actual like newest versions of Elden Ring, especially because it's the class that probably like excels on the strength ability, in the meaning that you probably want to use big weapons. And if you are looking at the moveset here on the regular attacks, yeah, they are so incredibly fucking slow, yeah. So yeah, I really hope that they are going to improve this character by just like including the recent balance changes of regular Elden Ring. It's going to benefit the entire game for sure.
His art Totem Stellar summons a colossal gravestone that serves as an attack to dispel enemies, acts as a wall to block projectiles, and amplifies the strength of allies through its protective aura.
Okay, so his ultimate, 3 things that we actually know right now. So first of all, I'm not exactly sure what the lady means by dispel. She said that this totem in particular is actually going to dispel enemies. So I'm not exactly sure what does that exactly mean, frankly. But what is more clear about what this totem does, like further in, is it's going to block projectiles, which is cool. You can easily get on that totem, which means that if this totem going to stay, for example, for 30 seconds, you are going to be able to just like jump on the totem and then plunge attack onto the boss. and then jump on the totem, plunge attack, and so on and so forth. Plunge attacks in Elden Ring work in the way that, like, if you're going to do the jump R2, for example, it is instant, fully charged attack against an enemy. So it deals absurd amount of the posture damage, which in PvE is goated, yeah? In the PvE, you want to do the posture damage.
Projectile.
On top of that, the lady says that, like, you are actually amplifying the strength of allies through its protective aura. So you just get the additional defenses when you are using this, apparently.
Protective aura. Recluse, a wielder of ancient magic, collects the elemental attributes attached to enemies and allies to produce different types of powerful magic, such as lightning-based or fire-based spells. Her art, Soul Blood Song, can also brand foes with an archaic glyph of blood that allows allies to recover health and magic by attacking them.
Yep. So Recluse overall, like, we have played Recluse a lot during the network test, and honestly, it's just a mage done right. Like, it would be lovely if Elden Ring had mages like Recluse, because she is basically just ultimately, you have to do something more. Okay, so here's a problem with intelligence-based gaming in Elden Ring. Despite you leveling up intelligence, playing a mage is the dumbest way of playing Elden Ring overall. It's just like pew-pewing like a fucking moron from the distance onto things. And the gameplay loop where you actually have to collect the elements, and those actually matter per case, per situation, and so on and so forth, is actually way more engaging and entertaining, in my opinion. On top of that, that ultimate, yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. First of all, it gives you absurd amount of the iframes. It's very long cast, so you can utilize it in order to dodge, like, for example, like a lingering hitbox of the attacks. And on top of that, yeah, when you are going to mark the sigil onto an enemy, which is like huge AoE, so you are going to just cast it and that's about it, you're good, like the thing's gonna be marked. Then yeah, like you are regenerating mana, you're regenerating HP for attacking an enemy, not only for yourself, but also for your teammates. So yeah, that's pretty goated.
Archaic glyph of blood that allows allies to recover health and magic by attacking them. By mastering the style, skill, and ultimate arts of these Nightfarers, you may be able to survive and defeat the Night.
Yep. And this is Revenant, yeah? The previous character here shown as Executor. And unfortunately, we actually don't have the rundown of their abilities in this trailer at all. They just shown them, didn't even mention their names or anything. We only see like the guy like deflecting here, like the another individual, and this lady just well doing some poses, yeah. And it's worth to mention that I sadly, unfortunately, couldn't find it. I have seen it somewhere in the past, some sort of translation of explanation of the abilities of Executor in freaking like Japanese language. Someone translated it. I just cannot find it, unfortunately, anymore. Point being, it seems like this deflect ability that we have here on Executor, it's not like Sekiro. Apparently, it's not like you can time the block in order to deflect. It seems like it's actually more of an ability. So, on top of that, somewhere here at the beginning of the trailer, I gotta have to find it, yeah. But somewhere here at the beginning of the trailer, you have an instance of Executor deflecting attacks and then still being guard broken. Let me actually try to find it real quick. It's probably a little bit further, yes. Pick. Maybe further. We know anything about the 8 character, it's very likely a summoner, yeah. But that's about it. Was it somewhere here? Let me actually see. Like here we have Executor on the side, but like... Actually, look, we have Executor here doing some sort of the attack, like forward momentum attack at the like lower segment of the video, yeah? Interesting. But this is not what I was looking for. Must have skipped it. Ah, it's probably this one. Oh, yes, the very beginning. Okay, so it's here. Check this out. Let's actually, maybe play it in the slow motion, okay? So, check this out. Here is an attack of the Fell Omen. That's like multi-hit. 1 hit deflected, 2nd hit deflected, 3rd hit deflected, but guard broken? Actually, let me see it again. Yeah, so like seems like 4th hit, just straight up guard broke, yeah? The Executor. That's the deflect, that's the deflect. Ah, look at that. The 3rd hit actually looking like regular block. Well, so my point is maybe that deflecting ability is not really like timing related like it would be Sekiro, yeah, where you just have to click the block. Maybe it's just like automatically based off just you using an ability and that's it. And maybe like this deflecting is more on par with Elden Ring deflect. Like you have the deflect tier, yeah? What it does is just like a regular block. It's just so that you are losing way less stamina upon blocking. And maybe this entire animation of the deflects that we have here is just like a unique animation of the blocking for this particular weapon. Yeah, that's probably like a starting weapon for this class in particular, because every single character in this game has some sort of the starting weapon that is just unique, yeah? But also you want to exchange it as soon as possible, frankly, in the actual regular gameplay loop. So you are going to end up using different weapons on Executor anyway, not her or his starting katana, or at least it's looking like a katana.
Yeah.
Oops.
To survive and defeat the knight.
Alright, part 4, Round Table Hold.
The hidden round table hold serves as a base for Nightfarers.
Yeah, and like we are going to go over it as well. I think it's because it's important part of the game, yeah? And I have seen this trailer previously, of course, and there is plenty of changes to the network test. So yeah, let's just run over it. This area over here, by the way, we didn't have access to it in the actual network test. It is that area where you fight the invader, where you get the Counterstone, yeah? So you have to jump off the balcony in order to get to this area. And we essentially, it seems like what you see here, when I look at it, I think, just think, let me actually see it. I think it is very similar. It's probably exactly that location. Of the place where you actually drop to the Limb Vale. Let me see. I need older video of mine. And do we have like an intro? No. God fucking damn it. Steelovsky. Okay, so this initial scene where you're actually just starting the match, yeah? When I'm looking at it, it has some similarities, I guess. Although I'm actually not sure though, because if I recall correctly, I think that drop was on the other side of the round table hold, like complete opposite side. So frankly, I have no idea what can be here. On top of that, you see some stuff like happening here on the ground. You have some sort of the effects, yeah, on the ground. So I frankly have no clue what this area might be for.
Serves as a base for Nightfarers, preparing for battle in Limveld. Relics recovered from expeditions can enhance your abilities when equipped before deployment. Relics have a diverse assortment of effects.
And yeah, those effects actually can alter the gameplay altogether, yeah? It's worth to mention that, for example, look down here, yeah? You have the Grand Luminous Scene, yeah? And it improved Stone Digger Sorcery. Okay. Whatever is Stone Digger, like you get +1 poise, which is equivalent of +10 in the PvP, because that's basically how it works, yeah? In case of the PvE, it's basically in the Elden Ring, in the files of the game, you have ×10 multiplier of the poise in case of the PvP. And like when you are looking at the poise of the mobs, it's 10 times less basically. So because +1 poise would mean absolutely nothing, I'm pretty sure what they mean here is actually +10 poise, which also is not much, but it still can make a difference, I assume. That being said, Holy Attack Power Up, this thing is quite interesting because it doesn't mean that every weapon that you are holding deals additional holy attack damage. The holy attack power up, at least in the network test, was working the way that if you are looting a weapon, you have a higher chance to have this particular type of infusion on the weapon. So yeah, like if you are going, for example, get yourself gems that have, let's say, the blood attack power up, poison attack power up, frost attack power up, and rot attack power up, and you're gonna combine them into one character, then when you're gonna be looting weapons in the game, you have a chance to get yourself, for example, a twin blade that is going to have blood, poison, frost, and rot affinity in one weapon.
Ranging from increasing stats to altering the performance of skills. Different relic combinations can alter your gameplay experience, so try out different approaches and see what...
Like this one, for example, this guy has a relic that allows him to heal his teammates, yeah? Just with using the Estus Flask, basically the same, or Crimson Flask, basically the same like in Dark Souls 1. Back in the days in Dark Souls 1, for example, Phantoms couldn't heal in other ways than humanity. They couldn't use the Estus Flasks. So instead, the way how they were getting healed is if the host was using the flask. The 50% of the healing of the flask was going also to the Phantoms. So yeah, that's how it was.
Best for the journey ahead. In a corner of the back room, a small jar merchant operates a bazaar selling various goods.
Dude, this thing, this guy,
Once you accumulate the currency Merc,
this
earned as
guy,
battle rewards.
look at him. So fucking precious, so cool. But I want to point out things in this shop. So like, after every, how do you call it? Expedition? Let's call it that way. After every expedition to the Limveld, you are actually getting the currency. That currency can be spent on this shop. This shop wasn't actually available in the network test, but from that what we see, we can actually, we have on top like goblets for every character, it seems like, which says that enables new relic rite. And what I assume it does mean is you see the different colors over here. So I assume these goblets allow you to swap the colors of the relics, and that's important because let's say that you might have like a relic that you want to use, but you cannot slot it in because you do not have the matching color for a particular character, so you can actually change it by using this goblet. And it might be RNG based apparently. You can also get yourself the gestures, but that's like that's less meaningful, yeah? At the bottom here though, with what is pretty funny, you have the scenic flatstone, and you can buy particular amount of them, yeah, from 1 to 10. And this guy bought 10, and what you get here is freaking gacha. It's you literally going to get yourself like a 10 relics, and they are going to be randomized. On top of that, it seems like you have also just like regular relics there, yeah? Like on the top, as you can see here, like this entire section, those are actually just relics that you can, they are ready to buy and they are fixed, which is quite interesting. There is also something for 1500 below. In the amount of 1, I have no idea what is that. It kind of looks like some sort of the talisman, but like talismans you're getting in the match itself, so definitely not, it is not a talisman that you could just like equip and that's it. So yeah, I don't know what is that, frankly.
It's a bazaar selling various goods. Once you accumulate the currency Merc, earned as battle rewards, it might be worth checking what's on sale. Using the fitting mirror, you can unlock new costumes with Merc and
This
change
one,
your
dude.
appearance. These outfits allow you to change your Nightfarer's style to suit your tastes.
I thought they are going to do so much less with this. I thought they are just going to do like armory colors and that's it. But no, like the character skin, like the player skin also changes. Yeah, like the Berb guy is looking very differently. And check this out though.
Some costumes might even look familiar.
We got the Faram set, we got the Solaire, we got the Bloodborne guy. Pretty cool, I would say. Like it's the thing is though, like since the poise in Souls games, at least for the regular character, is rather tight. Okay, you know what? I just got an idea. So I wanted to say that the poise to the regular characters, to the player characters, is actually directly related to your armor pieces. And the reason for that, sorry, wait a second. The food came, so I'm just going to wait a second. And we're gonna have to wait for the second ring. Any thoughts so far, gamers? Maybe you have some sort of the questions, something that you do not exactly understand. Pizza sabotage? No, it's Korean food, okay? Not pizza. I think the poise might be not tied to the armor pieces anymore. I have a theory. Are you genuinely excited to play this game? Yes. Hmm. Okay, we got the second ring, and the guy is gonna come very soon, so... This question might sound inappropriate, but how old is your dad still? Are you fucking gathering information so like you can actually like get my family tree and then dox the shit out of me? He wants sausage, Lule. Jeszcze coś przyszło? Aha. Aha, to twoje przyszło teraz? No to zobaczmy. Okay, another. My dad is the age between 60 and 70. Gotcha. He is in such bracket. That's his bracket level. Please don't invade though.
Why would you want this?
Yeah, that's such a fucking weird thing to ask, isn't it? Hmm. What's his great grandmother's maiden name? Binurik. Kurwa, kochanie, no ja pierdolę streamu. Okay, sorry. We got we got the situation, so I had to actually.
Costumes might
Interview. Interfere. Okay.
familiar.
Korean food was still, I don't know, like claw, the garbage bag actually broke, and I had to help Claw real quick because in the process she hit herself. Xenos, but we cannot. Can you even unban the guy? Because then I gotta have to unban him. Like, I don't know, like, if you can just like a ban for fancies people in YouTube chat and then unban them. Five minutes timeout, I see. Okay. Okay. Okay, sorry. So sorry for the interruption. Like I had to pick up the food, and now, make long story short. Back to the topic. So, I actually thought like maybe skins going to negatively affect the balance, because technically regular characters and their poise is being tied to the outfit, yeah, to the armor pieces. This is how players get their poise. It's different in case of monsters, in case of bosses. They have fixed amount of poise. And now I kind of realized something. You see, back there, we actually have seen one of the relics having that +1 poise, yeah? Down here. And I just kind of realized something. I think they moved the bosses and mobs poise system onto characters, because +1 poise would be incredibly insignificant, yeah? It would be ridiculous to even actually have this type of attribute. But since like poise is ×10 multiplier of the mob to the player ratio, then it is actually +10, which is still not much, but definitely something, yeah? In comparison to +1. So since they are using +1 value instead of +10 value, which would make more sense, yeah? Then I do believe that, yeah, they just like moved the entire poise system from the mobs, from the bosses onto the players. And because of that, now they can use the system that already exists in Elden Ring, so they don't have to actually make anything new. And then they can just like give every single piece of armor in the game 0 poise, and because of that, they can actually make whatever cosmetics they want. So frankly, yeah, I think this is how they solved it from the technical point of view.
Battle against the night. As you battle against the night, fragments of your lost memories may return, giving you glimpses of who you once were.
That's that thing, yeah? The thing for the lore maniacs. You're apparently going to have an ability to discover the lore of the characters, basically, in-game characters.
By recovering these fragments of lost memory, you can fill in the blanks of your Nightfarer's blurred recollections. In these memories, conversations with other Nightfarers or residents of the Round Table Hold might reveal new objectives. Achieving these goals during adventures in Limveld will help unravel the past, revealing each Nightfarer's origins and purposes.
Yep. So essentially, the lore is going to gonna be related to some sort of the quest lines. You're gonna be actually discovering lore of the characters by actively engaging in the gameplay loop, which is quite interesting, frankly. It might be cool. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure you are going to have a side rewards. So even if you're not interested in lore, this is going to be like a quest. You are going to have like essentially a quests like given from the NPC that's probably going to give you like relics or maybe money or whatever, yeah? So that's pretty cool.
See why they have come together at this round table hold, and why they fight.
Yep. Look at that. Executor is actually a painter. Yep. And yeah, the rest of the thing is about bosses, and I'm just gonna quickly say that like, yeah, like every single Night Lord area is basically the same. Only the skybox and the eventual color of the sand changes, but probably not even that. It's most likely just like the matter of the lighting, yeah? This area, for example, that we see here with the Astel is not a boss room. Or differently, it's not like Night Lord, not the final boss of the run. Here we have the guy that we had in the actual network test. Then we have also another similar guy, just a little bit differently. As you can see, the area changes overall, yeah. And yeah, it seems like it's going to be like that. We are going to have big ass area for the final boss fights of every run that's going to look very alike. Now there we have another one. This time we have like more like gold aura when it comes to the skybox, and yeah, this is how it's gonna be looking like. Anyway, Nightreign looking very interesting to me, and I just cannot wait to try it. I like the fact that this game seems to not take itself very seriously, which is a nice change of pace. It's cool that we are actually getting more of a light-hearted type of game, like where we have like this type of scenes, the guy just watering the plants, yeah? Or further here, we are going to have the funny merchant guy just drawing the picture of himself. Honey jar. Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm looking up to it. Cannot wait to see what they are going to cook with it. And I cannot wait to see where we are actually gonna go with that entire romance of online focused games, because we got like Nightreign, yeah, that's going to be released in 30 days. Then on the Switch 2 we are going to have Duskbloods, which is also multiplayer, this time PvP focused. Worth to mention, sadly though, that easy anti-cheat is going to be a part of the Nightreign on the release on the PC at least, which means that you are not gonna be able to play as Shrek while in the multiplayer session, at least when you are connected to the official Elden Ring Nightreign servers. And on top of that, well, it's kind of unfortunate because I think Nightreign's potential is in mods. I think the mods for this game going to be absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to see what modders are going to bring to this game. It's also worth to mention that DLC is pretty much already announced. By buying the Deluxe edition, you are actually getting access to the DLC that is going to be released on 4th quarter of 2025. Yeah, probably like November or December. And it's going to include the additional playable characters and bosses. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We actually can buy a season pass, equivalent of the season pass, for one DLC. So the game has at least a promise of half of the year of the ongoing content. So yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be significantly less popular of a game than Elden Ring actually is, yeah? Elden Ring on the release on the Steam only peaked on almost 1 million concurrent players, yeah? And it still sits quite strong with the peaks of around 45k every single day, and on the weekends it's like 55k. When there is a sale, these numbers skyrocket even further to 100k, something like that. Nightreign, I am pretty certain, is going to be way less of a commercial success, but I'm still looking up to this game. I think it's going to be fun experience to play through it, to figure out like the metas and so on, so I cannot wait. Well, anyways, GG's. Gesture screenshot on the page. It's pre-order, yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm going to jump off to. I'm going to jump off to. What is this location that he's in?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Alright, I'm going to jump off to edit a video. I'm going to upload the video on YouTube. And after that, I'm gonna go live again. We're gonna play probably some Elden Ring, and then we are going to swap to the No Rest for the Wicked, because I am actually curious about No Rest for the Wicked, because like people actually shitting on the game so fucking much, and I want to see if people are fucking just retarded scraps or like the game really got worse. Oblivion, please. Maybe we're gonna do Oblivion at later hours. So yeah. This is your Donger Gamers, and also I'm sending the link to the Lost channel on the YouTube chat. Much love to you all. Live stream there's another live stream going to happen within the next 2 to 3 hours probably. All right. Much love. Maybe even sooner. We're gonna see. Much love to you all. Have a good one, gamers. Bye and eat.